Hi everyone, I'm Marissa Santoro of In Our Shoes, and today I want to talk to you about making decisive decisions, how you can make decisive decisions in your career, those split-second decisions that really have you feeling confident of being a strategic thinker. I hear a lot about this one topic, mainly from people who feel very expert at what they do, right? They know their stuff, they're in the details for years, they've gathered a lot of experience in their career, but they're not sure if they're ready to move into another level in their career, in a new role, inside or outside of their organization. The first thing the first gutsy strategy that I want you to think about as you're considering a higher level role, and let's face it, being able to make those decisive decisions without rhyme or reason, using your wisdom and your reason and your experience and your skill sets, but also your gut, right? So we're all about gutsy moves here. The first thing I want you to think about, first and foremost, are your clients. So you have clients. If you are inside an organization, I call you an intrapreneur. You are an intrapreneur who has clients, right? Your management are your clients, your peers are your clients, your business partners are your clients. If you are a business owner, right, you have clients as well. Everybody has clients. I want you to put yourself in the shoes of your clients, right? Now again, if this applies whether you're going for a new role, whether you're in your existing role, and if it's a new role, let's say an interview, you got to put yourself in the shoes of your potential new clients, right? So hopefully you've gotten a little bit of information on that description of what you would be doing. And I want you to consider, what are the main problem areas that your expertise would help them solve? How would you help them solve their problems? What would keep them up at night? What are the things that they're struggling with? What are the low-hanging fruit projects and initiatives that you would come in and lead? So there is a prerequisite for you to know what those things are, right? You can't go in blindly. But at the end of the day, there is an invisible piece of tape across your forehead that says, what are you going to do for me? Why should I give you my time? Right? So when people hire you, when people invest in you, when people assign you to a project, when people give you more responsibility, somewhere along the line, you demonstrated leadership to have them feel comfortable that they can trust you, to have them feel comfortable that you have their back, right? They are your clients and you are promising something, right? You're promising that you'll have their back. So when you're thinking about making those decisive decisions, you want to really consider, first and foremost, am I hitting the beats? Am I really grabbing that low-hanging fruit where I'm going to make a positive but also a high impact? And I know oftentimes we like to, and especially if you're coming from a position where you're in the execution a lot of times as humans, right, we like to get rid and do and check off the boxes of those really quick things, right? Things that we know how to do confidently because it's a instant gratification. It makes us feel good. But that's not always the first thing that you want to work on. That's not usually the first response when someone says, well, what do you think about this? And what do you think the results would be? You want to really take a step back and think about, is my decision, right, decisive decision, going to make a high impact, right, in the long run? And am I meeting my clients where they are right now in their shoes? We're all about shoes here, right? Now let's get back to intuition and making those and leading with your gut, right? Trusting your gut. My mission is to really support and empower professionals to lead from and trust their intuition to increase influence in their career, and communicate as confidently as they can as experts in their career. When you are leveraging your intuition, you start out somewhere, right? If you look at any successful leader, at some point in their career, they took on more risk. So if you want to start moving into that position where you're able to think more strategically and prove that you can do that, right? You can start right now where you are and start taking on small risks in your career, right? Small risks in your career where inevitably you will face, right, unexpected outcomes, unexpected situations that you didn't plan for, right? And sometimes it's from people that, don't follow through. They don't commit to what they said they were going to commit. All types of scenarios will come up. The other thing which will inevitably come up as you're taking on these, smaller risks, but taking on more responsibility, which inevitably comes with, more risk, you will also face unpredictable failures, right? Things will just go wrong and you have to make a split decision based on those failures. However, the good news is if you don't take on those risks, if you don't start sticking your neck out, if you don't start, and you might be raising your hand, but you're still not getting those projects, if you're willing to put your word on the line and really commit to, leading in a function that does require you to take on more responsibilities, stick your neck out, over time, the best and most successful business leaders will tell you that when they have to make those split-second decisions, right, those decisive decisions, yes, they're based on experience, they're based on skills, they're based on all those things, but at the end of the day, they're using their intuition on a lot of those decisions, right? And that's not something they can explain. They can't give you a chart, they can't show you the data behind it, they just know. But there is data behind that, actually, because you're looking back at your track record, right? And you're saying, over time, when I followed my gut, right? When I followed my instinct, and by instinct, I mean following your instinct with the people you bring in as well, whether you feel good or bad about someone, whether you think a dependency on someone will actually work out because you feel like they will, take it away and really come, get you to where they promised they would. So you're also using your instinct and the people that you trust to help you. Most of the time when you are following your intuition, you will find that you're building your success rate, right? Your success on those projects, on those initiatives, which will in turn, and here's the best part, drive your confidence to take on more risks, to take on more leadership, and hence to take on more gutsy moves. And again, leveraging your intuition. Your gutsy moves look a lot different than when you're just starting out in taking on more leadership, and then later, years later, when you're taking on more leadership, right? You just learn to trust it, and that's really how it works. So you have to start somewhere. And lastly, I want to just ask you, when you think about your current team, and if you don't have a team of direct reports or you're not matrix managing anybody, when you think about the future team, right? Whether you have it or you don't yet. I want you to think about how you are empowering that team to think on their feet as well, and to really trust their own instinct and to go for it when maybe the whole room is in disagreement, right? How you show up as a leader is also how you are subconsciously, leading your team and giving them permission to be creative, put their neck out, throw out an idea, see if it sticks to the wall. All of those things will happen if you, as that leader in that leadership role, are doing that for yourself, right? So if you have any hesitancy about whether you can move on into a more strategic level role, making more strategic decisions, and I say this officially or not officially, it's just, it's a role where you'll have to think quick, then these strategies will work. Right? So really lean into what those might look like for you, and reach out as always if you have any questions. I'm Marissa Santoro of In Our Shoes, helping and empowering professionals to lead from their gut instinct in order to increase their confidence and communicate their value. All right, we will talk to you soon. Bye now.